Okay, today I'm going to be demonstrating a technique, and I learned this recently. It's called 2 rows of peyote stitch at once. So I'm not going to go through the steps to show you the original. Well, maybe I will, just because it's here, but because I haven't started it yet anyway. So but what it is, 2 row peyote stitches at once. Of course, to start with your needle. And today I'm using, of course, Fireline. Right now it's called Fireline 8 pounds. This is what I use. I hope everybody else uses something similar. So, because it's fun, it's nice, it's fast also. But what it is that you're going to start off with more or less an even amount of beads. You can, of course, do an even or odd count. People have both things or whatever they want and such like that. So, but I'm going to do even count myself. So I'm going to put on 20 beads. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so then what we're going to do is, of course, do your 2 rows of beadwork like you normally would. That's going to be one of the important parts. Just do your beadwork and continue on. So we're going to go backwards, of course, as you know, as you do with peyote stitch. I'm not really going to spend too much time here because I believe everybody who's working here knows how to do regular basic peyote. Make sure to keep it tight as you're going along. At this point, it doesn't matter if it's twisted or turned or anything, because you're not really worried about matching these up right now anyway. So the only thing is just making sure that the rows are tight, or the beads are tight with each other. I do beadwork mostly when I get home from work. It's kind of a nice relaxation and something to do, and I've told some of my other students that doing beadwork is kind of like Zen. It's just real relaxing and enjoyable to do. Everybody else has either gone to bed, because right now it's about 2:30 in the morning. But because I've just got out of work, there's nothing else to do. So, and all the infomercials and everything else. So I do beadwork. It's nice, it's fun, a little bit productive. So like I said, this is going to be a 20 wide, and it's a flat. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, it's not a traditional, or I should say a round one like everybody would really be suspecting or expecting, I should say. That it's not a round one. And you can do the same technique on a round also, and it's quite interesting doing it that way. But this is a flat technique just to show you, and you might want to learn it here first. It seems like it would be a little bit easier to do it here on a flat instead of a round to begin with. So okay, we're getting to the end here. So because it's an even count, we're going to go through this last bead, which is important. So there, to see the last bead, we're going to go through there. Make sure you pull it tight, so then you're all set for the next row. Of course, as you know, we all go back and forth here. So now I'll just continue on back the other way. We're going to do 2 rows of this, or 2 or maybe even 3 rows, just to get going on this, so that you can really kind of see the technique here. Okay, so I hope you guys can see this. Hope that my light is in an okay spot. I just think I should change it around. Okay, how's that? And just for demonstration purposes, I'm using a kind of a shorter thread than I normally would, but you only need about an arm's length or two, probably just 1 arm's length actually. You don't need much more than that. But the most important thing I guess you'd say is to make sure that you keep this tight. As with all peyote, that's probably the most important thing. I'm just using size 11 beads, just because that's what I normally use anyway for everything, and that's pretty much the standard size that pretty much everybody uses also, so just to make this standardized, I guess. Okay, so we're getting about halfway on the next row, if not more. I'm going a little bit slow here because I'm behind the camera, and if you could see me, my camera setup is a little bit strange because the camera's right in front of me, and I've never worked with a camera in front of me like this before, so it's a little bit different. I'm kind of peeking in between the cracks of the camera, so I'm sorry for going a little bit slow. Okay, we're getting up towards the end here. But the most important part is to just make sure that everything is kept tight. Okay, we're at this end now. So now, as you know, the beads go back and forth, and I think every beader knows how the peyote stitch goes. So right here, it begins the interesting and fun part. So what we're going to do now is, since this was 20 wide, remember it was originally 20, so load up your needle now with 20 beads. So of course, let's get 20 on here. That might be about right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and one more. Okay. So now that you've loaded up 20 beads on there, you're going to go the opposite end. Okay, see how this comes out the end? You're going to come all the way back down to the bottom here and go up through from the side. Pull it tight all the way. So now it looks like you have like a inchworm or something like that, or I don't know what you call it. But you see how it's kind of on there? It's just kind of situated. You've actually started now, since you did the first one, you've already now got it going. So now you're going to go back and forth. Starting the second bead. See right there, the second one? Go the second. Into there. Can you see? I hope you can see. But you pick up that first one, because you see how it goes up and down. So you grab that first one. Keeping everything tight now. And pull it. And check that out. See, it's already starting. So then you just go to the next again. And you put that one in. There you go in there. Pull that tight. See? Now it's already made the second. So now you go back in again on the next. Oops, sorry. And then into the next raised one. You just keep going like that all the way up. This is so exciting because I used to go back and forth all the time. It's like, oh my goodness. And doing it this way, it just seems a lot faster. You're actually doing 2 rows at once. Technically not, but really kind of are. So then see, you just pick up the next one. See how it's going? Of course, it's a little bit slower. It's going to go a little bit slower if you have a design. Of course, if you have a design, you're going to have to count which over and all that kind of stuff. It's like doing loom work. You know how you have to pick up the beads as far as whatever pattern you're doing on the loom. This I use for sometimes, you know, how a bracelet background or something like that, where you need just standard beads all the way across, because this covers a lot of area very fast. There you go, you're picking up 2 beads at a time each time that you go across. So you see, you're just kind of zipping them along. Up and down. There it is. There. And now this is the important part, making sure that's tight once again. And now you're going up through the very last one. See how this last one is kind of sticking up? You go up through that one since you're finishing off that stitch. And you're right back at the beginning again. What do you think of that? It's kind of cool, eh? Just double check and make sure, yep, everything's good. So then we'll go back and we'll do 20 more again. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, I needed that last one. Okay. There it is, 20. Bring them all the way back down again. And go back up. Up through the bottom. Make sure you go the right way or else you're going to be going out the wrong way. And there you go. Start all over again. I'm going a bit slow because I'm behind this camera here. Shoot, I just remember I didn't take my glasses off too. I bet you that's why I can't see. Okay, let me take those off. Okay. I don't know if it's actually faster, but I think so, because you're actually doing double the work. There you go, you're almost there. And I'm not sure if anybody else makes toggles or not, but I've been making toggles lately, and I like the store-bought silver toggles or whatever you're going to put on your work, and that's nice, but I've been seeing people been making these beaded toggles, and I was like, it's kind of interesting. I was like, well, let me give it a try. And I did, and I really like how they look. At first I was like, no, I'm not going to like that. Okay. And then up to the last one. Of course you can make these as wide as you want, these sections here. Oh, I'm sorry, did I go out of frame? Okay. So there it is. See, you're already that far along. Now if you were doing regular, you'd be probably at the second row yet. It seems to be even a little bit more stiff than normal. See, it's quite pliable, yeah, but it's nice. But let me just finish this up as a toggle. This is quite interesting. So if you see, we have 4. We've actually done maybe 5 rows actually. But 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I consider 4. 3, 4, 5, yeah. So, but if you notice, this side here goes in and out, in and out, in and out like that also. So what you're going to do is fold this in half, more or less. Fold it in half. So it's like this. And of course everything goes back and forth in a zigzag pattern. So, get my needle here. I hope you can see now. Go over and pick up the other side. And then you just gonna, it's called zipping. Just zip it right up the side. Of course, you can do a round peyote like this also. And that's the way that everybody normally does it. But that peyote, it's okay, but it's not very stiff, and you kind of need that for like a toggle. Actually, I have to go in and out. Because once you get going on this, you'll see how it really gets. Okay. I don't know if I should have used a different color beads or not to demonstrate this, but I think it just shows everybody what to do. And right there. And across the way there. Now you're coming up to the very end here. So 3 more steps. 1, 2, and 3 actually. Let's go back on this side. Just to pick that up. Do it all at once. Make sure it's pulled tight. And see, you just zip it up. There it is. The entire thing. Just that fast. How's that? And I know there's a lot of people out there saying, oh, well, I can just make the peyote just the regular way. Yeah, you can. But you know your beads are turned sideways. So it just gives a different kind of look. Of course, now you just kind of top it off however you want. You just close it off. Everybody knows how to do this part, so you can just close it off, but make sure. Go back and forth a couple times. Everybody knows how to weave back through, so I'm not going to really spend too much time even showing how to weave back through. Okay, now you're at the end, so go ahead and just snip them off. I don't know where my snippers are. Okay, I found some scissors. Of course, I can never have the things I want right then and there, but here you go. Just go ahead and snip it off, and well, probably trim a little bit better. Okay, and there you go. It's quite stiff. I don't know if how you do your regular peyote. But you know how it's kind of flexible? This is not flexible at all. It's quite tough. Just imagine using that for a toggle piece. But there you go. That fast was double row peyote. Hope you enjoyed.